Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to throw now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Lawrence. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Out route here, going to Hunt. He's got it. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They go play action now. Lawrence. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. Touchdown! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Pierce takes it straight ahead. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Dolphins at 4 and 5, a game under 500. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Miami Dolphins. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Barber. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw again. This is caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Here's Pierce. Will score. Touchdown, Miami. So part of it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
I like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're looking for Cook, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
We hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6.
Touchdown, Jaguars! And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
That one is caught by Hunt. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Etienne up the middle. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will tie things at 17 all.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but it left him no room to run as he goes straight out of bounds. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll set up a throw.
That pass complete to Moore. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for the Miami Dolphins. Okay, break.
They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Got a man, it's Waddle complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past gets the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Another carry for Pierce, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy after.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. But we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence.
And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case,
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene.
He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well,
and now here is another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone. So we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Lawrence will try again after the pick 6.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
harried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well executed there on second down.